Shalom, shalom, brothers. It's Brother Kamal Mahar here, back at it again. First things first, so we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bahawa Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders that learn us true from. Blessing to the Akim there preaching his word with hard sincerity. Blessed 144,000, 1/3 entirely. The first fruits kingdom of heaven, as David, the Biaf that would die. And shalom, you brothers out there speaking different tongues and looking different nations. Shalom to you, brothers. So, bro, it's been like a little week that I dropped the vid. I've been on the highways and hedges with my brothers for the most part. Brothers would know our main page is Behind Enemy Lines 144. So I'm mainly on that as a camp. So I go out way a lot more. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop this one. I wanted to do this vid right here, brothers. On Floyd Mayweather. Most brothers would know that Floyd Mayweather is a highly successful boxer slash financial guy. He makes a lot of money, super rich. Lately in the news, he's been going through a financial crisis due to an investment that he's supposed to be having in Manhattan, New York. And he supposedly has made a purchase of 62 properties or rental properties in real estate for an amount up to about, let's just give it a ballpark for what I've heard. I've heard 400 million and I heard 600 million, where they're claiming that he is not the owner of the properties. So what he did first was he pretty much was online and flaunting and, just bragging. And that's what he does. He's a high flashy guy, which that is Jake. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Seminole Indians. That's what y'all do. That's how we are. And so we some, flashy, flamboyant people. And I'm not going to say it's all the way wrong. Nothing's really wrong with that because, we was decked out in the scriptures. The Lord decked us out crazy already. I believe Exodus, 3 goes into it, I believe. I can find it. I saw a brother bring it up when the Lord decked us in fine linen and jewelries and gold and oh man, we was lit as a people when the Lord was really rocking with us. It tells you that he decked us out with some fine jewelry and fine clothing. So I'm not going to really go too hard on how flamboyant he is, but one of the key things that I like to go into when it goes into being, when you're highly successful, I think we all fall victim to this. I have a high athletic background, so I know what it feels like to be, on a high horse, or, when you get multiple W's after a while, you start feeling like, you the top thing, which you probably are, but it just sometimes it's better to be humble. But in this case scenario, Floyd, he's always bragging about the jewelry he got, which he has a lot. The cars he has, which he has a lot. Real estate, which he has a lot. Clothes, and which he has a lot. Women, which he has a lot. And children, which he has a lot. The Lord, on this side, I would say blessed him, but he also has his constellation. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to riches on this side, what's going across my mind is going into Matthew, I believe, the 5th chapter at this point. Well, I'll just roughly paraphrase as lay not up for treasures up on earth that moth, rust, or corrupt. Or where thieves can steal, roughly paraphrasing, but rather lay up your treasures up in heaven, which neither moth, rust, nor corrupt, nor thieves can come and steal. Sounds like a better bet. But this brother is on this side and he's up on this side. So he pretty much, by default, you would think on this side, you're going to lay up treasures on earth, right? To be honest with you, that brother came from nothing, built his way up, grinded, put the work in. The scriptures do say if you don't grind, you don't eat. It's just the fact that he decided to grind in that field, and that's the type of results and proceeds that come from that avenue of employment. So I'm not mad at that point, but throughout the situation, he's been very successful. And then it comes up and then it starts turning into, there's a threshold to it. There's a threshold of success where your head get big with an ego, your pride goes through the roof, you become arrogant, and then that will cause haters, which is it is what it is, but also a lot of negativity can come with that. Staying humble has always been the way to go, and it was always better. Scriptures tell you that it's better for the world to glorify your name than you do it yourself, even though you know you the shit. Like if you the fastest person in the world, you know what I mean? Like everybody know you are. It's better for everybody to come to you and say, yo, man, you so great, da, da, da. And then your response is, oh, thank you very much, man. I work hard. I just try to stay in my lane. It's like, damn, that response will always, just make you even more of a dope person. When I was playing football, I don't want to get too far off the game, but when I was playing football, one of my favorite running backs of all time is Barry Sanders and Adrian Peterson. Barry Sanders will be a better example, but Adrian Peterson is not too far off. Let's just start with the smallest first and making my point here. Adrian Peterson and Barry Sanders, from their tenure of playing running back in the NFL, they are extremely highly successful. They both accumulated a season of 2,000 yards, which puts them on a 2,000-yard list, which is highly accomplishment. Very hard to do, and it's just a great thing. When Adrian Peterson scores a touchdown, the most he does is fall on his knee and go like this. That's it. That's all he really does. There's no dancing involved. There's no talking greasy in the media. He says very, very politically correct things. Shout out to his teammates, his linemen, and the organization. Thank you for the support and the help. And I can't do this without my team. Fire. You can't lose. So you're great and you move like that. How can you go wrong with that? And his career ended off with that type of name. Like Adrian Peterson is stand-up, thorough, humble brother. That is extraordinary at what he does. Even better, Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders would come up with the most craziest running plays that we have ever seen ever. Since the history of football. Barry Sanders is one of the most gifted running backs we ever seen. One of the key things that I got from him to continue my video where I was going with this is being humble. You're extremely successful. These two athletes that I'm speaking of, they had the opportunity plenty of times to just go hard body with pride, arrogant, and being just not humble at all. They had every opportunity to do so. And their skills and their success is like damn near like, why not? Like you can do it if you want to. And who's going to necessarily stop you or who's going to come against you from how great you are? We have to just be like, damn, what can we say? This boy is extremely good at what he do. It's like, damn, you talking shit and you might be hated about it, but you are great, right? So long story short, the brother would score a touchdown and all he would do some crazy shit that we never seen before. And then he would just run the touchdown and then just give the ball to the referee and go to the bench and sit down. I mean, there's no celebrations. There's no dancing There's no nothing from him. It's just, he just does what he does and then sit down on the bench and then get up and do it again. It's like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? What type of character is that? So to bring it back full circle with Floyd Mayweather, he took the opposite route. So now I want to bring up precepts where it will let you know what pride can do and the path that it comes with by doing so. And you got to understand that the Lord does see everything. So I went on a 9-minute rant, but I think it was pretty warranted. Brothers, you know where I'm going with this one. So let me start with, I'm going to start with, I got a lot of Proverbs just in general, and I'm going to just bring things together. Got a couple of things written down. Proverbs 16-18. It said, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. See, this is spirit right here. Better it is to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the pride, right? He that handleth a matter wisely shall find good. Whoso trusteth in the Lord, happy is he, right? And that's pretty much the thing. You know what I mean? Like, the pride that exudes from Floyd Mayweather. I mean, my personal opinion is like the analogy with Barry Sanders and Adrian Peterson. It's better to pop out, like, okay, like if you gonna pull up in a Lamborghini or Bugatti, right? And you just driving around chilling, cool. That's the fruit of your labor, of the things you work hard for. Then you get out the car, people want to congratulate you, they want to talk to you, get pictures, fine, you can go ahead and do that. But then you're not on social media. Look at the cars I got. Look what I'm doing out here. I'm the bull, I'm the shit. Ain't nobody me. You boasting and you taking your own glory. When it's better to just, take the lowly route. Like, just let everybody do that. You can just fall back and chill. How much more of a greater person that people want to be around, want to be like, model after, same thing. And also more type of benefits and more things will come to you because you're just such a, look, being humble just exudes such of a great person. Everybody just want to deal with you. They just want to be around you. They just want to deal with you. It's just like you're so cool as shit. You're so nice. You're just like, you know what I mean? Like, humble people are really nice, and they have a power so great of what their skills are. You can't fathom how low they are. Like Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai was an extraordinary man with all these gifts and powers. But then again, it was like, nah, don't call me good. The only one is good is the Father. Oh yeah, you the king, what thou sayest. Come through on a donkey. When you the king of kings. Yo, if Yahweh Shai really wanted to, he could have did miracles and stunned it. But he didn't. That's the same approach we got to take on the side. Because right here, you know what I mean? Micah 2:10. Let it flow. Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. We also know that when it come to riches and rich and famous on this side, man, we're hip now to the game that it comes with a lot of bullshit. It could be sacrifices, selling your soul. I mean, just all types of manner of effortry that you got to do that you really not really want to do to stay afloat or get ahead. Who knows what had to happen on that side with this brother? We don't know, but this is not our rest. And this is the reason why he's being brought down. They seize his assets. He can't really access any type of money when it comes to transferring real estate deeds, like, you know what I mean? Like, can't wire nothing. Like, he kind of like on ice right now, which is AKA called, I guess, being indicted is where he is. So he has to be on ice until the indictment is over. And that's crazy. But that's how it goes. Proverbs 11:2. It says, this is beautiful. Start at 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Think about it. You got great accolades. You're highly successful, but then you're humble. That's a balance. You can't be super prideful and then like super prideful and riches. Like, it's not going to work. It's better to be humble right here and then successful on the side, and then do this with it. And then ultimately that will bring in more fruit for you, because that's the way it goes. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. And what happened with Floyd? This pride came, his pride was up, and now that he's, claiming bankruptcy and going through an indictment, Now his shame is showing now. Like, they talking about, like, well, if the 62 properties is not in his name that he's claiming it is, that he purchased, they like, well, how true is that? And if that's not true, well, let's just go dig in the other things he's claimed as his and see if that now it opened up a can of worms and opened up a rabbit hole that, read it again. When the pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly is wisdom. Right. Now imagine if Floyd was making all these business deals and not telling nobody. We would have to find out as people on the fly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you was going to buy 62 properties, bro, then buy 62 properties. But why you got to flaunt it all over the internet and having such pride? Now, if you look all crazy now, and now shame is on you for looking like you ain't got no money, and now you no longer the money man at this point. Now you the boy that now your bread a little iffy at this point due to frozen accounts and indictments. It's like at this very moment, you technically sort of kind of by definition broke in a way. After almost being worth $1 billion and you broke, bro. Hey, yo, man. Shit freaky. Proverbs, I'm getting there now. Proverbs 29 and 23. It says, a man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. And that's twofold. That's on both sides. Like I keep saying it. It's always better to be next to a humble person. A humble person will get whatever they want. They're considered, like I said, I'm going to repeat myself. They're considered nice. You just want to be around them. They're just great people. The facade of great is just too overwhelming. Whereas, like, it's even to a point where it says that if you live well with the Lord, roughly paraphrasing, he will even have peace. He will even have your enemies have peace with thee. Well, number one, if you on that side, then you're already humble and you have a contrite spirit to Yahweh Bashim Shah. So that's already a given. So that's already kind of coming to territory. But at the same time, though, you know what I mean? That'll make it smooth for you, right? So in this case scenario, when you come across a humble person, it even adds that on the other side, even in the vanity aspect of it. It's like when you see a person like that, you can't even fathom harming them. You don't even want to harm them. You want the best for them. They're just so great. Like you just want great to be great. But pride, people don't like you. You can't stand this motherfucker, or this arrogant ass person. Like now it causes all of that. When having a good name and success is the best way to go about it. Stay humble and be cool, come collected. I had ex Adrian Peterson one time. I met him. I got a picture. It's fly. That's I play running back. That's the guy. That's a bad boy. It's my guy. And just to hone on this video, I met him in 2011. I think it was 11 or 10, because 2012 was when he had that great season. But 2011, I would say that 2011, the year before, he tore his ACL, MCL, I think the whole 9 in week 6. Normally, the comeback is tough. Long story short, you might not be ready game 1. Just take it by day. It's a process. It's a bad injury. Long story short, the Lord blessed him, gave him week 1, and he had the greatest season we have seen in a very long time. Other than Saquon Barkley, this recent one, Adrian Peterson's 2,000-yard season was phenomenal. It was incredible. I asked him. I said, "Bro, how in the world did you come back? How'd you hurt your knee in week 6? Come back week 1 and then go for 2,000 yards like that?" This bull literally said, man, I don't even know. It was God. I was done. He could have literally been like, I'm the man. You know what I mean? I put the work in. He could have had an arrogant spirit. Man, this bull came at me so low, so cool as shit. He said, man, I don't even know, brother. That was God. I was like, damn. Like, and there goes the the energy that I was talking about. Like, because he responded to me like that, my whole, like, I already seen him as a dope dude, but now I'm like, this dude is awesome. Like, damn. Like, wow. Like, the spirit of him was so humble and so low, but then you're such a great athlete and you're super talented, and then you like that, bro, you just won, bro. People like that gonna win every time. James 4 and 6. And I'm gonna end off. It said, but he giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Yeah, it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it's gonna work. And when it comes to Floyd Mayweather, I saved the best for last. When it comes to Floyd Mayweather, and this is speaking, any brother that's watching this or get to see this video, take heed to this, man, because we on this side, Micah 2 and 10, this ain't our rest, man. We wait for this kingdom, man. Get what you gotta get. You make some money, make your money. Work hard. If the path you take if the result of it is $1 million, then toodles to you. If you know what I mean, if you want to make more bread and you pursue a path that will make you more money, and ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, stay humble and just know that very soon, the Lord gonna crash this shit. So do what you gotta do now, and just know in the back of your mind, when it's over, right? We ain't looking for no 5-year plan. We just going through the motions. If you're a true Israelite, you're just going with the motion. That's all you're doing. You're just picking and choosing what you're doing. You know what you're supposed to do. You got to go to work. You do this, you do that. But at the same time, as each day is still around, we'll go ahead and get our daily bread. Lord willing, Yahweh Shem Shah gives it to you. But as far as the grind, you get on the grind because you got to grind in order to eat. I'm going to finish off with this last precept for Floyd Mayweather and all of his brothers, man. We got to understand that this is not our rest, and look at it from this perspective. 1 Samuel 2. I'm going to start at This is why the Lord sat him down. The Lord sitting him down and gave him a long track. But then this is what the Lord doing. It says, verse 6, starting at 6. 1 Samuel 2 and 6. The Lord killeth and he make alive. He bringeth down to the grave and he bringeth up. Now peep this one. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. I mean, Floyd had a long run. Maybe he might come out on top on this one. He's a very intelligent brother. But at the end of the day, though, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua control all this shit. He made enough bread to keep it rocking for generations to his family. There's no reason he should be down right now as far as vanity, money pursuit wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as financially being intelligent, the way he moving, normally you would think he's a smart businessman. He is. He actually is theoretically. But everything's in control of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And I'm going to finish off with verse 8, which is, the main point between 7 and 8. He raised up the poor out of the dust. He lifted up the beggar from the dunghill to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and he have set the world upon them. So the Lord can make you rich and make you poor whenever he feels like it. So when we see Floyd going down, it's not too much, if you really in his doctrine on this side, you're not doing too much. What happened? Oh, he lied. Because media is a motherfucker, bro. They can spin some shit and have everybody thinking one way, and it's really not true. I mean, whatever with all that. But as far as an Israelite, as far as him coming down and he look like he getting broke or whatever, this precept right here comes to mind, and it is what it is. Stay humble, brothers, man. We almost out of here. I brought this out as edifying to you, brothers, Lord willing. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahava Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders learners truth from. Blessing to the Akim Adair preaching his word, true, wholehearted, true sincerity. Yahweh, he is to be, exists. Bahashem in the name and the only begotten Son, the Lord and Savior. Yahweh Shah, Baha in the Holy Spirit of Kakwadash. Blessing to the 144,000 and 1/3 entirely, the elect, the first fruits kingdom of heaven, house of David, the Biyafta Wadah. And shalom to you brothers that they're speaking in different tongues and looking in different nations. Shalom to you, bros.